Ariel Davis originally took up boxing to help with her conditioning. Fast forward 3 short years, and the former privateer women's basketball student athlete is now aiming for the ultimate goal, making it to Tokyo for the 2021 Olympics.
Before she started boxing, the summer prior to her senior year, Ariel had struggled with her weight. And I always felt to believe that if she lost some weight, she would be a better player on the court. And that summer before her senior year, she dropped 30 pounds due to boxing. So my thoughts was, okay, boxing brought a discipline in her life that she didn't have, even though she was a Division I collegiate athlete. She didn't have that prior to the summer, her senior year. And when I saw that drastic change, not just in her physique and her body, but her mental approach, everything changed. I knew that boxing could be really good for her once she finished her basketball career.
My whole goal and my whole purpose for going to the boxing gym was, of course, to get in shape for basketball. And I didn't know that I was walking into something that I was going to be making a career. I had been playing ball since I was 5 years old, and then going and playing under Coach Davenport. I just wanted to make my last year like the most memorable and my best year ever. And boxing definitely was the key to that. And I had the best year of my career. And I'm pretty sure you could ask Coach Keyshawn, she knew that I turned into a whole nother beast whenever I took on boxing in that off season in 2016, going into that season of play. It started to happen when I started to get my confidence in who I was as a person. And I started to get into the tip-top shape of my life. And I was like, well, what's getting me there? And, boxing is such an individualized sport. And that was a moment in my life where I need to be individualized in order to take my game to the next level on the court. And boxing is a one-man sport only. So definitely, I think whenever I seen that it gave me the confidence and the discipline and determination that I needed, I definitely was like, okay, I want to take this to the next level.
I think we were still in season, maybe, when she began training for boxing. And everybody was like, Ariel, you're boxing? Like, that's weird. Like, that's different. It's a weird transition. But, she's really the type of person, once she starts something, she's really all in. And just watching her mindset change, her body change, like, Ariel lost so much weight, but it was just something she was dedicated to. And I know it was a challenge for her because just losing weight in general was a challenge. But she really, focusing on that, and she really became like a totally different person. And not in a bad way, but in a very good way.
Yeah, in March, that I was preparing for the World Qualifiers. We're going to go out to Argentina, the Americas, and from that qualifier, the first top 3 who placed, they transfer on and they go to the Olympics. So I was one tournament away from solidifying my spot in the 2020 Olympics, and I was ready. I had raised all the money I need to get to Argentina to bring my coach and my team with me, and we get a call about 2 weeks before we were scheduled to leave. We had seen it in the news, but me, I'm focused. I'm like, okay, I'm not paying attention to that because I'm getting ready to go fight and solidify my spot. I've been training for 3.5 years for this. And, ever since I started in 2016, when I walked in and I seen that my coach seen what he seen in me, I was going for the stars. I was like, okay, I'm training for the Olympics, because I knew it. So from then on out, I had been training for the Olympics for 3.5 years, beating girls in the USA, number 1, number 2, number 3. It didn't matter. I had a great career up until that point. And then we were here in March, and we get the call, okay, everything's postponed. I'm like, okay, well, it'll be postponed for 2 months. Nah, postponed for a whole year. Postponed for a whole year, and, set me apart from all the females that have been boxing since they were 5. I've been playing basketball since I was 5. So there's no way, if you ask a boxing politic or a person who knows boxing, this girl who's been boxing for less than 2 years or less than a year comes through and you fight a girl who's been boxing since she was 5, she shouldn't beat you, right? But I did. And that's all because of the skill set that I was given, and kudos to my coach. My coaching is immaculate. My coach has trained Roy Jones Jr., all types of champions. Eric Walker, he's a top boxer in the world right now. You know, all trained champions in DCI. He was a part of Angola prison for 35 years. His story is amazing. And so my coaching definitely, I have to give immense to my coaching. And Coach Davenport knows, you know, she knows that coaching is like that's the biggest key to, if you want a successful team, your coaching has to be on point. So my coaching definitely put me above these girls' skill set. So that's what got me to 21-3 record, beating girls in the nationals and ranked highly in the USA, and also getting a number 4 ranking in the USA whenever I was competing regularly.
This is the first time I ever trained a female with the same mindset, with the same drive, the same determination, the same work ethic that brought it even farther than some of the boys. Even though I had been in the Olympics trial twice with 2 of my other male fighters, but I have never actually made it to the door of the Olympics itself. And she took it farther than some of the greatest of my boys. And it speaks volumes that she was determined to get there. And the remarkable about it is that she did it in 3 years.
I'm gonna be honest, I never was intimidated by the boxing gym. I was searching for the boxing gym. I needed that pressure. I needed to face that pressure. A lot of us run away from our fears. So I wanted to do something that was scary. And I guess boxing definitely gave me that, you know, that arena, that feel, and I never was scared. I was always like excited to take on a new challenge or take on what I needed to take on to get where I wanted to go.